Hello everyone and welcome to a Cryptic Gauntlet run-through with Tier 2 armour and 2 Tier 3 weapons. For this we'll need 7 of each resource, 3 Grimleys, 16 fish, 520 crystal shards, 2 weapon frames, a corrupted orb and a corrupted bowstring. In the first initial run we'll need to collect 7 of each resource, 2 Grimleys and 1 weapon frame, whilst hunting for the ranged and magic demibosses. Once we have everything, run back to the main room, drop all the resources in front of the crystal singing bowl and make a Tier 2 staff and 3 empty vials. On the second run, we'll be looking for 1 extra Grimleaf and 16 fish. While looking for the fish and hunting down the demibosses, we'll make 3 potions and decant them into 2 potions of 4 sips, using the final sip to restore prayer and run energy. By the end of run 2, we should have 2 potions, 16 fish, 1 weapon frame, 1 corrupted orb, 1 corrupted bowstring, a teleport seed, and 520 crystal shards in total. Considering that this is aimed at beginners, here are 3 extremely useful plugins on the plugin hub. First one is the Gauntlet, which is used to highlight items and NPCs in the dungeon. The second one is the Gauntlet minimap, which shows you the resources on your minimap, which is so useful. And the third one is the Hunlaf Helper. Basically, it's a guy that shouts at you to change your prayers based on timings. You kind of don't need it after you do a few kills, but if you're still learning, I can recommend it if you need that little helping hand. Here is the dungeon layout. The boss always spawns in the central room, and we always spawn in a room just outside of that. The 3 central rooms on the edges of the dungeon will spawn the demibosses we are hunting. To start, I usually go opposite of the boss room, since it's the closest to the edge of the dungeon. I'll then move on to the next room and search for another demiboss, then onto the next room and look for another demiboss. Ideally, we will find a dragon and a dark beast for the corrupted orb and bowstring. If I find a melee boss, then I'll usually leave it. However, if there are 2 melee bosses in these rooms, I'll kill both of them for a guaranteed weapon drop on the next monster I come across. At the end of run 2, I'll always use a teleport seed back to the beginning. Here's a run through of Cryptic Gauntlet, starting off in the room opposite of the Hunlaf. Found a couple of bosses, NPCs, so I'm going to kill one of them for a guaranteed weapon frame. While searching for rooms, you can kind of drag these monsters into the next dungeons as you're going through to save some time. Come on. You can also try and collect resources as you're killing these little monsters. If you take off your weapon and start kicking them, it's actually on the same tick as collecting resources, but I think that's a little bit sweaty for this video. As you can see, as I collect the resources, the tracker in the top left is decreasing in the amount that I need, which is so useful. I also like to organise my inventory as I go through, but it's not necessary. Please have a demi-boss here. Okay. I wish these rats would piss off. After you've collected all the resources, I recommend dropping the tool that you just used to save some inventory space. Okay, so far out of the 2 boss rooms we've been in, we don't have a demi-boss, which means we're going to have to search on one of the edge rooms, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, ideally by 5 minutes left we would have all the resources, but we might cut it a little bit short this time. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find the resource we need, so I can always collect that in the next run if it comes to it. Yeah, okay. So here I'm dropping all the resources in front of the crystal singing bowl. We still need 1 piece of friend bark. Here I'm going to make a tier 2 staff and 3 empty vials. Wield your staff and kill the first demiboss that you saw. pointless. We only collected 1 Grim Leaf the first time round, so this time I'm going to collect 2. Pick up some resources that we had from earlier, another Grim Leaf, head over to the fishing spots, use the fishing spot to fill the vial with water. It saves you a little bit of time rather than doing it in the central room. Make potions whilst fishing. You can get it in between each fish. Can these rats just not? There we go. We'll also need 30 crystal dust, so I'll start making that in a minute by using the pestle and mortar on the crystal shards. As you can see here, I'm on the same line of rooms as the preparation room, which means there's going to be a boss directly opposite that, if that makes any sense. So there's no boss here, but there should be in the next room. Oh no, this is really dire. I also need 176 more crystal shards, so I'll get some of those. Oh, thank God. Right, after we've got this bowstring, I'll just need a few more crystal shards and then we should be ready for the Hunlith. That's all the potions made. Going to use the potions on each other to get 4 doses in 2 potions, and then the last one I'll drink. Oh yeah, and drop the pestle and mortar. Very nice. Can we kill anything else for some more shards? Yes, we can. Drop the scepter because we're finished with searching for rooms. Miss your ticks on your prayers. Alright, and then pick up the shards and teleport back. Cool, so now we can start making the armour. Drop a couple of fish if you need to. Pick up everything. Make tier 3 weapons. Come on. No, don't make that. There we go. Pick up more stuff. There is a faster way to do this, but it's not really necessary. Body and legs, tier 2 body, and then tier 2 legs. Pick up your fish, drop your spare shards, and then start cooking your fish. There we go, we've got over a minute left. And this is pretty normal, pretty standard. Right, let's see. Quick prayers are set up and protect from range and augury. We want the Hunlith in the corner. As soon as he attacks us, start the timer on the right. And now we just bloody hell is loud. And now we just don't die.
Two, 1, range.
Oh, that's close.
2, 1, mage.
The guy shouting at me is kind of annoying, to be honest. But it is useful for when learning.
1, range.
Also, the amount of times that I misclick and click redemption instead of protect from range is so annoying.
2, 1, mage. Two, 1, range. Two, 1, mage.
If you want the boss fights to go a little bit quicker, eat your food when you're running from the tornadoes, and sip
2, 1, range.
Sippy potions in between attacks. Oh, all my prayers are off.
2, 1, mage.
I'm actually so laggy whilst recording.
2, 1, range.
Alright, I think I'm going to speed this up. I want to
2,
edit this.
1, mage. 2, 1, range. 2, 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 1, mage.
That was lucky. Ten minutes 20, it's not too bad. But see, we prepped in 6 minutes, which is amazing. And you can definitely do tier 2 armour in this. 100k, it's not what I'm living for, but it is what it is. Hopefully that helped everyone.